Welcome to the spoken tutorial on constructor overloading in Java. In this tutorial, we will learn what is constructor overloading and to overload constructor. Here we are using Ubuntu version 11.10 OS, Java Development Kit 1.6 and Eclipse 3.7.0. To follow this tutorial, you must know how to create constructors in Java using Eclipse. If not, for relevant tutorial, please visit our website, which is as shown. What is constructor overloading? Define multiple constructors for a class. They must differ in numbers or types of parameters. Let us now see how to overload constructor. In Eclipse, I have class student with two variables and a method. Let us first create a parameterized constructor. So type student within parentheses int number, comma string the name. Within curly brackets type roll number is equal to number and name is equal to the name. So we have a constructor with two parameters. Let us call this constructor. So in main method type new student parenthesis semicolon. We see an error. It states that the constructor student is undefined. This is simply because we have defined a constructor with two parameters and we are calling a constructor without parameter. So we need to pass arguments. So within parentheses type 22 comma in double quotes RAM. We see that the error is resolved. Let us call the method. So before new type student s equal to new student. Now using the object s, we'll call the method student detail. Save the program and run. We see the output 22 and RAM. Now let us define a constructor with no parameters. So type student parenthesis within curly brackets roll number is equal to 0 and name is equal to in double quotes hyphen, that is no name. So now we can call the constructor with no parameters. So type student s1 equal to new student parenthesis semicolon. This time we see no error since we have defined a constructor without parameter. Then s1 dot student detail. Save and run the program. So in the output we see 0 and dash when default constructor is called. This is constructor overloading. We have two constructors with different parameters. Both the constructor obviously have same name, so depending on the type and number of parameters, the constructor is called. Let us see the advantage of constructor overloading. Suppose now we call constructor with two parameters. So type student s3 equal to new student. Now within parentheses, suppose I give the name argument first and then the roll number. Let's see what happens. So in double quotes Raju, comma 45. We see an error. It states that the constructor student with the parameter string, comma int is undefined. So let us first define the constructor. So type student within parenthesis string the name, comma int our number. So over here first parameter is string and the second parameter is int. Then within curly brackets roll number is equal to our number and name is equal to the name. Save the program. Now we see that the error is resolved. Let us call the method. So s3.student detail, save the program and run. So we see the output 45 and Raju. So here we see that when we call the constructor, we do not have to worry about the parameter that we are passing. This is simply because we have defined multiple constructors with different parameters. So the proper constructor is overloaded. We can therefore now define a constructor which takes only one parameter, that is roll number. So type student within parenthesis int num within curly brackets roll number is equal to num and name is equal to no name. Now let us call this constructor. So type student s4 is equal to new student. This time we'll pass a single argument. So let us pass 61, then s4 dot student detail, save and run the program. So in the output we see the roll number as 61 and name as no name. As we can see, the proper overloaded constructor is called when new is executed. Based upon the parameters specified, the proper constructor is overloaded. This is how constructor overloading is done. So in this tutorial we have learned about the constructor overloading, to overload constructor, and the use of constructor overloading. For self-assessment, create multiple constructors for class employee and overload the constructor. To know more about the Spoken Tutorial project, watch the video available at spoken-tutorial.org/what-is-a-spoken-tutorial. It summarizes the Spoken Tutorial project. If you do not have good bandwidth, you can download and watch it. The Spoken Tutorial project team conducts workshops using Spoken Tutorials, gives certificates to those who pass an online test. For more details, please write to contact@spoken-tutorial.org. Spoken Tutorial project is a part of the Talk to a Teacher project. It is supported by the National Mission on Education through ICT, MHRD, Government of India. More information on this mission is available at spoken-tutorial.org/nmeict-intro. This brings us to the end of the tutorial. Thanks for joining. This is Prathamesh Saunke signing off. Jai Hind.